Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. Got Laney and Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. We're going to give you the Diplomats' take here today on Robinhood and their big swings. They're going after Sofi. They're going after private banking. They're going after the crypto market. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about what the heck is happening over there at Robinhood and our take on do we think this is going to be a successful move for this company going forward.
Oh, baby, guys, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a nice thumbs up. Like the video, takes 5 seconds. You're here already, rocking with us, guys. Robinhood and kind of what they're doing. They had a large, big meeting come Thursday night for all the gold members out there. Their big gold member subscription, which I believe is still $5 a month or $50 if you pay for the year. And I believe they do offer their first month free. So they had a huge town hall investor type of meeting where they released a lot of new things. But Bert, it's been a month for Robinhood
Yes.
since the 1st of March.
Yeah, because what was announced in that meeting was like the summation of everything that's happened here in the month. So let's walk it back here for a little bit. Let's start. Obviously, Robinhood Gold, you said it there, that $5 subscription. With that, you get the 4% APY on your account, so much higher than the national average. That's higher than Sofi right now, who's offering 3.8. That's right in line with Welathfront. You just pay the subscription to get it. So that's been their base level issuance right here. Like, that's been their base level what's going down. But lately, they've gotten into what we would call, I don't know if I'd call it the brokerage wars, but if there isn't, it's not called the brokerage wars, Lanny. I'd be pretty sure let's label it here because they are coming after your money. They are coming after your deposits. They want you to transfer your stock into Robinhood. And Lanny, what is this promotion that they are offering people right now?
For one of their first big promotions that has really came out in the beginning part of March was a 2% transfer match on that brokerage account. So Bert, he has his taxable account. I have my taxable account. Let's say Bert has, I don't know, $1 million portfolio. Well, he can bring it over there, and guess what he would get? $20,000 because of that 2% match. But here's the thing. There's a little bit of a caveat to that 2% match, which is huge. Never before really seen in the industry. What are those caveats?
You have to lock the funds in there. They're not just giving you that 20,000 if you have $1 million. They're not just giving you that 2% for nothing, Lanny. They want you to keep the funds in there for 5 years. So you are committing a long-term relationship here to Robinhood to be your brokerage for 2% of your investment portfolio. That was an interesting caveat because we just did a video here about Lanny's big move about how he's taken his funds over to Sofi. Sofi has comparatively a 1% match with a lockup period through the end of the year. So that's 4.5 years less for Sofi to get that 1%. So you have that optionality in the future if you wanted to make a change. If you don't like the platform, you're not married to Sofi the way you are to Robinhood. I've never seen a lockup period that long. That was insane to see that much of a string put onto it.
No, exactly, guys. And, they do also offer, I believe, a 3% match on new contributions to an IRA as well. So that's, that is out there. But yeah, a 5-year lockup period. And again, those devils are in the gosh darn details on that. As Bert said, you really need to keep at least the value there. There's a lot of terms involved here. And they do have to be at least $7,500 or more. But it says maintain an account value equal to your transfer value for at least 5 years. So think about that. You transfer $1 million. You might have 5 years in a row of 20% declines. You've got to bring that transfer value back up to that $1 million, the way that I read it.
Yeah. And if the way that is the correct way to read it, everyone let us know if there's a different interpretation of it. Market goes down. Say you bring the $1 million over, you invest in crypto, and then there's a crash. Or you gamble it all on their sports gaming feature. You take the funds here, you move it somewhere else. You're going to have to claw back that bonus at the end there.
Or, again, you own NVIDIA or Google stock, and, you just have 5 years of dog years.
Yeah, anything can happen. If you got to keep up to the value, and hold the funds there for 5 years. That's a very big caveat for just 2%. I think the SoFi at the 1% for a four and a half for a half year, basically. Well, sorry, 3/4 of a year.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
much more reasonable lockup.
yeah, nine. Yeah, you have to hold it for 8.5 months because as long as you transfer it for SoFi by April 17th, and they don't say the value, they just call it your net transfers in.
Yeah,
So you just have to hold that
yeah.
through 12/31.
So from that point, it's very clear. They want your money. They want your money in the brokerage. They want to report larger assets under management. They want to show Robinhood Gold's benefiting everybody. And that's what they believe. They believe they get you in the system. I believe the CEO just had a quote out there. We'll put something out there. If you get people into that Robinhood Gold, you get people into your platform, you have a little bit of subscription, or you put some strings on it, that's what's going to tie you into Robinhood forever. You're not going to look elsewhere for banking. You're not going to look elsewhere for investing. You're not going to look elsewhere for crypto because you're paying a subscription to get all of these extra benefits from Robinhood.
Yeah. And the other part that they're doing is yeah, they're coming after even deeper into. They were really always one of the meme investing apps and then the crypto app, right? I mean, very popular to acquire your Bitcoin or Ethereum on Robinhood. They're also offering a 1%, crypto match as well. So whatever you bring into Robinhood from your other exchanges, they'll also offer as a gold member 1% there. So they're tapping the brokerage markets. They're tapping the crypto market. But, again, as Bert said, they're really trying to get that subscription model because all these benefits are within the Robinhood Gold, which is, given a 4% APY, very similar to SoFi Plus's 3.8% APY.
Yeah. But that's not all. That was this was the beginning of March for Robinhood. This was like the very, very front end of everything that's happening here. Then they said, let's take on wealth advisors. Let's take on those robo-advisors. Let's take on those places like your Welathfront, those places elsewhere that help optimize your wealth management for a management fee. They're launching a new wealth management service here for Robinhood where it's exactly that. They'll help you plug in the robo-advisor. They'll help you tell you which stocks to buy, which stocks to sell, which gains to hold on to, which gains to sell to maximize your tax losses and hopefully harvest some of those losses. So they're really pushing their way into that robo-advisor service. Sorry, everybody, I'm fumbling over my words here, but it's a massive move for Robinhood into there. So they're not just saying, bring us your funds. They're going to help you manage it. And there's going to be some fees that are going around with it. Landy, you have any thoughts there on some of the fees that Robinhood's charging?
With the, one, like I think there's fee free,
Yep.
for up to $1,000 of managed assets in the Robinhood Gold. Now, if not, it's a $500 managed fee for non-gold members.
Yeah.
For the, I guess you call it the Robinhood strategies is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Um,
There's also I think you said it too. There's a capped fee for premium gold subscribers too. And that's really what the caveat is. You could have a 0.25% annual fee capped at $250 to invest into Robinhood Gold for that extra $5 a month that you're paying with the subscription. So, yeah, you have your basic free service. You're absolutely right, Lanny. But they're really pushing you into the Robinhood Gold, so you get those capped wealth management fees and the robo advisor for all of those funds that you're bringing over with that 2% match.
yeah. Now you could use their strategies, and you'll always have a 0.25% fee. Now, if you have Robinhood Gold, they're capping the fee at $250.
Which, hey, if you're looking for an advisor and you have a lot of money, capping $250 fees for a large portfolio is a fantastic price. You're not going to get that service from too many other places, especially from if you're moving funds from a place that lets you go into private banking, or you're picking up mutual funds or ETFs that are much more private equity focused. That management fee ain't capped at $250, Lanny. That management fee ain't capped at 0.25%.
Right. And again, they have a lot of strategies, whether they're tax strategies, they have, tax loss harvesting type items going on, balancing the portfolio. Again, they're supposed to have a team of experts based on questions you answer to be able to develop potentially an ETF portfolio or an ETF and a mixed stock portfolio that suits you.
Yeah. So that's the wealth management front here. That's Robinhood Wealth Management. That's another leg, but that's not the only leg, because this Thursday event that Lanny was talking about said Robinhood just said, we're going to try and break a rail that's been impossible for fintech to break right now. We're going after private banking. We're going to start going after the real money, the real wealth management. So we're going to try and get as many people as we can to bring as much money as possible. So they're bringing in the features that people, the ultra wealthy, the people that have the private banking at JP Morgan, Citi get, but you get to do it at a Robinhood level. So some of those features will include you'll get your wills, your tax advice. Those are the simple ones. My favorite is the cash delivery to your door, Lanny. You don't even have to leave your house anymore to get cash from your Robinhood account. You don't have to go to an ATM. You don't have to find it. You don't have to punch in the code. Call them up. The cash is delivered there, just like your DoorDash. You don't have to leave.
Right. I mean, the nice Uber service right there, right to you. You know, again, because they found out and did the research that, yeah, there's definitely a significant percentage of, high net worth and any net worth people that still use cash. They offer tickets to big events like the Oscars, the Met Gala. They're offering potentially a private jet travel service, chauffeurs, helicopter rides, vacation type clubs. So again, they're really trying to cater to those high net worth members. I mean, they're trying to say, hey, we're going to be your premier provider coming this fall of 2025. I'll be curious if, because again, I don't think that they are going to be, the banking services are actually going to be provided by somebody else. So
it's
coastal community.
Yeah, coastal community. That's their fintech bank that they're working with. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing. So to summarize, I guess, what it would be. Robinhood's offering you that 2% bonus to bring your investments in for a 5-year lockup period, but they are gambling that their Robinhood Gold in this subscription is going to become so valuable to you that you're not even going to think about leaving in 10 years, in 15 years. You're going to say, Robinhood is my bank, it's my private bank, and it's my wealth advisor. That's the gamble that they're taking here. So that's what's happening. And there's been a lot of interesting market. And we've had several discussions about this ever since then. Is like, who is Robinhood trying to take on right now? Because that's, I think, the biggest thing. You saw X, Lanny. What was it? X on Thursday was Robinhood versus Sofi. Like, Robinhood's doing what SoFi, and SoFi's failing. But I don't know if SoFi is their target that they're going after right now. SoFi is a fintech, but they're much different than Robinhood. SoFi is banking. They're loans. They're retail banking. They're not private banking, and they're not wealth management. They want you in their system. They want your mortgage. They want your insurance. They want your credit card. That ain't who Robinhood's going after right now. At least that's my perspective on it.
Yeah, my perspective is they're not one lane. They're trying to cater to a big audience. They're trying to grab the small investor. They're trying to grab the big investor. They're trying to grab maybe the person that's just a high net worth, individual. They're trying to grab the crypto enthusiast. They're trying to grab it all. And it's not just a Robinhood versus SoFi. I think it's Robinhood, not to say versus the world, but Robinhood is trying to take market share from every segment. And, again, time will tell how much the services are used and how well the services are delivered, especially when it comes to the private banking and how well the transfers happen. Just because, it could be bumpy if it's not handled well.
I couldn't agree more. It's these crypto millionaires, these people that have just quickly become these millionaires, these meme stock millionaires, whatever you want to call them. They make their money, they sell the investment, and the next step is then what? What do you do with that money? You don't want to put it back in the market, so you go bank somewhere. That, to me, is who Robinhood's trying to get into their system. They're trying to capture this entire audience of crypto millionaires that are now trying to figure out how to establish themselves and want to enjoy those luxuries that the people that are sitting on larger wealth get to.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're involved in a lot right now, Robinhood.
Yeah.
No question about it. They're keeping you on the edge of your seat because coming out with a new flavor every single week, whether it's giving away gold, whether it's giving away Bitcoin, whether it's the 2% match, whether it's the 1% crypto match, whether it's, the concierge services with private banking, the robo strategy advisement type scenarios, or hey, we didn't even touch on their new AI with Cortex on their investing arm. So they're just trying to trickle across the board and
Yeah.
seeing how large they can build their assets under management to increase the value of Robinhood.
And that's the ultimate risk there too. It's a gamble, and obviously they're willing to take the gamble to make sure it pays off. But if there's a big crypto pullback, if there's a big issue like they've had in the past, because Robinhood isn't immune to scandals, they've already been down that road once before.
Right.
They're building a system that's going to be built on trust, and for as fast as they can get people in the system, Lanny, that people can leave too if their core products and the people don't believe in the platform anywhere. So that's what I think is so fascinating. It is a hell of a swing by Robinhood. This is a fun ride to follow.
It's a fun ride to follow. Obviously, you guys need to let us know what you guys think about Robinhood's moves, what you think about Robinhood's gold subscription. Are you a gold member? You guys got to let us know what you're doing out there in the market, because we all want to know. I'm very pro SoFi. I wear it on my sleeve. You guys know that. True and true. Just remember, they are a banking institution.
Same here. I'm very much pro SoFi with this too, but I'm also interested to see who's going to be moving to Robinhood too.
Exactly, guys.
Yeah. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and remember, you're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bert the Herd and Lanny from the gosh damn Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.